The World Food Programme is the world's largest humanitarian organization saving lives in emergencies and using food assistance to build a pathway to peace, stability, and prosperity, for people recovering from conflict, disasters, and the impact of climate change. In a world of plenty, where enough food is produced to feed everyone on the planet, hunger should be a thing of the past. However, conflict, climate change, disasters, inequality and, most recently, the COVID-19 pandemic mean 1 in 11 people globally are still going to bed hungry and famine looms for millions. Powered by the passion, dedication, and professionalism of 23,000 staff worldwide, the World Food Programme, WFP, has a presence in over 120 countries and territories to carry out its mission. We bring life-saving food to people displaced by conflict and made destitute by disasters, and help individuals and communities find life-changing solutions to the multiple challenges they face in building better futures. We work to enhance nutrition in women and children, support smallholder farmers in improving productivity and reducing losses, help countries and communities prepare for and cope with climate-related shocks, and boost human capital through school feeding programs. In conflict situations, we bring relief to exhausted populations and use food assistance to build pathways to peace and stability, work for which WFP was awarded the Nobel Peace Prize in 2020. For millions of people worldwide, WFP's emergency relief during crises is the difference between life and death. On any given day, WFP has 5,000 trucks, 20 ships, and 152 aircraft on the move, delivering emergency assistance, relief, and rehabilitation, development aid and special operations to people affected by conflict, droughts, floods, earthquakes, hurricanes, crop failures and other disasters. 2/3 of our work is in conflict-affected countries, where people are 3 times more likely to be undernourished than those living in countries without conflict. When an emergency subsides, WFP helps rebuild lives and livelihoods by strengthening the resilience of people and communities. WPF work to build resilience, adapt to climate change, promote good nutrition and improve food systems lays the foundations of a more prosperous future for millions. WFP is the largest humanitarian organization implementing school meals programs worldwide, with over 50 years' experience in this area. In 2023, WFP transferred food to over 100 million people. That same year, WFP also disbursed around $2.8 billion in cash-based transfers to an estimated 51.6 million people, strengthening food and nutrition security and sustaining local economies around the world. Feeding millions of the world's hungriest people and helping millions more cope with the effects of conflict, climate change, and entrenched poverty requires billions of dollars every year. WFP operations are entirely funded through the generous voluntary contributions of donor governments, institutions, corporations, and individuals. A total 93.5% of all government contributions go directly to supporting life-saving and life-changing operations. WFP works with governments, other United Nations agencies, non-governmental organizations, private companies, and others to mobilize resources, find innovative solutions and reach vulnerable communities with the assistance they need. WFP holds itself and its staff to the highest standards of integrity and behavior. We are committed to full transparency and accountability to the people we serve and to the donors who generously fund our operations. We carry out objective and independent audits, as well as investigations and inspections into suspected wrongdoing, misconduct, and fraud, as well as sexual exploitation or abuse. To ensure that we remain fit for purpose, we carry out periodic independent evaluations. These provide our donors and partners with greater detail about the effectiveness, efficiency, relevance, impact, and sustainability of our work. WFP is present in over 120 countries and territories. We respond to emergencies while also providing early warning to reduce the impact of looming disasters. At the same time, we support countries rising from the shadow of hunger and long-term development and self-reliance. Our early warning systems, ready-to-deploy emergency workforce and global footprint enable WFP to be a first responder when disaster strikes. Every year, WFP assists millions of people left displaced, homeless or deprived of basic resources by conflict, climate-related disasters, pandemics, or other catastrophic events. We provide emergency relief to people whose lives and/or livelihoods are under threat, including through food and cash. We also support resilience building, better equipping people to meet future challenges while reducing the need for recurrent spending in response to cyclical crises. The main driver of hunger emergencies is conflict, with almost 60% of the world's hungry people living in areas affected by armed violence. Our assistance is not just a lifeline for people trapped in conflict, living under siege or on the run after being forced out of their homes, it can also be the first step towards lasting peace. We work with partners to directly address the structural drivers of conflict, helping to ease tensions that could escalate into violence. In the face of climate change, environmental degradation, and increasingly extreme weather events, WFP is helping the most vulnerable and food-insecure communities manage natural resources sustainably, so they can meet today's livelihood needs and safeguard these resources for future generations. We offset the impact of extreme weather through measures including forecast-based financing. This provides communities with funds before a disaster, giving them time and resources to prepare and protect their lives and livelihoods, for example evacuating livestock, reinforcing homes, or buying food and essential items. WFP addresses all forms of malnutrition, from vitamin and mineral deficiencies to overweight and obesity, focusing especially on young children, pregnant and breastfeeding women, and people living with HIV. WFP is the largest humanitarian organization implementing school meal programs. These improve children's nutrition and health, while also increasing access to education, raising incomes for farmers and reducing the risks of child labor and early marriage. With women representing more than half of the people we serve, WFP works to ensure that food assistance policies and programs create conditions that advance gender equality and women's empowerment. WFP is the largest provider of cash assistance in the humanitarian community, working with wholesalers and retailers to increase food availability and ensure fair prices. Through initiatives like the Food Assistance for Assets program, we address immediate food needs while empowering communities to improve infrastructure and environmental sustainability. We support smallholder farmers in accessing resources and improving post-harvest handling. As a member of the Farm to Market Alliance, we facilitate the transition of African smallholders to commercial agriculture, bolstering markets and food production continent-wide. WFP supports governments and other partners in improving their ability to manage emergencies and strengthen food and nutrition security. We do this by helping countries secure money from donors, promoting South-South and triangular cooperation, investing in early warning and preparedness systems for climate change and other threats, and providing technical advice and operational support to strengthen social protection systems. Our experience in delivering food and cash assistance, school-based programs, and insurance means that WFP can also complement government efforts to end hunger. We offer common services that enable our partners to reach those in need. This includes the United Nations Humanitarian Air Service, the Humanitarian Response Depot, and the Logistics Cluster, which provides coordination and information management during emergency responses and provides access to shared services. From drone-based damage assessment to our meal-sharing app, WFP harnesses new technologies and the responsible use of data to achieve zero hunger by 2030. We quickly re-establish connectivity in the wake of humanitarian emergencies, through our fast IT and telecommunications emergency and support team and as lead agency of the Emergency Telecommunications Cluster. We ensure the right person receives the right benefit via our cloud-based platform, Scope, while using blockchain and real-time data to improve the coordination and delivery of assistance across the humanitarian sector. At the same time, we are constantly searching for new breakthroughs. Our Innovation Accelerator has been piloting solutions to end hunger since 2015, benefiting over 60 million people. The World Food Programme, WFP, has a presence in over 120 countries and territories. We bring life-saving assistance in emergencies and support sustainable and resilient livelihoods to achieve a world with zero hunger. WFP is a first responder to emergencies caused by conflict, climate shocks, pandemics and other disasters. We provide food, cash, and other assistance to millions of people left in urgent need and at risk of going hungry. As the world's largest humanitarian organization, WFP uses food assistance to build pathways to peace, stability, and prosperity. With 6 regional bureaus and close to 90 country offices across 6 continents, we work with governments, partners, communities, and families worldwide to break persistent cycles of hunger and malnutrition, strengthen resilience to shocks, and build sustainable futures. Thank you for watching this video.